Hello, you're welcome. You're welcome onto my channel today, and it gives me great joy to observe you are viewing this video. I am Dr. Olayinka Kone. I am a lecturer in the university. I am a migration expert. So welcome to my channel today. Meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Tap the subscribe button on your screen right now to subscribe to the channel. Today, in this video, I will be addressing a very important topic that I've seen over many years in research, even from experiences of people, and even as I move across the world in different countries. And I want to drop this so that people will not continue to fall into this error. And the title of this video, therefore, is Common Dangerous Mistakes to Avoid When Moving Abroad. When people want to move abroad, there are so many things they do, and many go abroad and begin to regret and say they would have loved to do things differently. And at that point in time, it's too late. And it can be very frustrating for quite a lot of people. So, what's the number one thing that people must avoid when moving abroad? Number one is that they must not move abroad for the wrong reasons. People have to be sure why they are moving. Are they moving for career? Are they moving for family? Are they moving for health? Are they moving for education? So they have to be sure. Many people move abroad because of wrong reasons. Many move abroad, because everybody is moving. So people must not move abroad because of bandwagon or copycat, because everybody around me is moving abroad. I have to move too. No. So moving abroad for the wrong reason is a very serious problem. People have to move abroad because of, I want to move abroad because it's me, it's my goal, it's my aspiration, it fits into my life agenda. And people have to be sure so that whatever you see over there, that you are able to weather it. So people must not move abroad because it's trending, and because for other reasons. So it's not good to move abroad for the wrong reason. Another one is excessive expectation, too high expectation. People move abroad because they think, okay, if I move abroad, okay, my life will suddenly be transformed. The country I am is the problem. So if I move abroad, everything will become perfect, everything will become very great. It's not true. Moving abroad has its own challenges and has its own stress and some other things that were there. So people must not go abroad because with too much hope, with too much expectations. It's good to moderate expectation. I have a video on this channel where I address the issue of why do people move abroad and begin to complain. View that video too. So expectations must be moderate. So having too high expectation, excessively high expectation is a dangerous mistake some people make. Another one is that thinking that moving abroad will be a magic wand solution to all problems. So if you want to run away from a particular problem, moving abroad may not be the best option, for you or for anyone that you may know. So it's not going to be a perfect solution to all problems. So moving abroad because you think it will be the perfect solution is a dangerous, mistake that must be avoided. Then also moving abroad without what we call scanning trip, previous visit is a major mistake. People should not just move or relocate abroad without previous visits to that country. You want to go on scanning trip, you want to go and scan the environment and see if it's going to suit your purpose perfectly. Moving to a country for the first time without scanning trip may be a serious problem. So moving abroad without scanning trip, previous visit, is a major mistake. People get there and say, wow, I never knew it's like this. I never knew this country is like this. That is already too late. So scanning trips are very important. Invest in scanning trips. Go there first, make friends there, understand the weather, understand the economy, understand the number of things. So that is very important. Another mistake is not doing enough research. If somebody wants to move in 2 years' time, the research must have started by now. So not doing enough research is a problem. There are blogs online, there are Facebook groups, there are YouTube videos like this one. There are many of them online. So you have to do research. Visit the web page of the home office of the country you want to go and make sure you have enough information. Ask people that have been there, ask people that are still there, ask people that have returned. Join online groups. So do enough research and research about everything about that country you want to go. It's very important. So not doing enough research is a major problem. Then another one is not understanding cost of living. It's very important for anyone that wants to move into another country to understand the cost of living in that place. Some people travel abroad, they get stranded, they don't know. Especially if you're moving from weak currency zone to very high currency zone. So all the money you go to travel with may just evaporate in a jiffy. So you must understand the cost of living, the exchange rate, and how you're going to survive over there. So not knowing the exchange rate is also another major problem. So you have to understand the cost of living situation there, especially now that there is cost of living crisis across the world. Housing crisis, inflation is very high, so many problems are there. So it's very important to understand the cost of living. Another mistake that is very dangerous is to move based on desperation. Being in a hurry to leave can be very dangerous. That would not allow you or anyone to do enough research and to be calm, even mentally, to be able to process information that may be coming to you. Even warning signs may be coming. But if somebody is too desperate, you just just want to leave. You're just doing everything so much in a hurry. So being in a hurry to leave, being desperate to leave, to move is a major problem. Many intending migrants tend to be under tremendous pressures from their spouses, from their families, from their kinship networks, from their social networks, from their children. Let us just go. No, you have to move with your mind settled. So being too desperate to move, being in a hurry to leave is a major, common, dangerous mistake that people make. Another one is not listening to advice. Some people just keep everything to themselves. All their migration plans, they keep to themselves without telling anyone. Even when you give advice to them, even all this kind of video, they simply think you're just talking your own until I get there. When I get there, I will be fine. That's a very dangerous thing to say, or a dangerous way to think, I think. So it's very important to listen to advice. Not listening to advice, especially pieces of advice that are essentially different from your own way of thinking. You have to consider it very well. You cannot just be the only one that knows in migration systems. So you have to listen to others, listen to advice, and that is very important. Another mistake is not having networks abroad. Some people travel abroad, no strong networks, no strong friends, no strong family, no strong classmates, no strong networks, associations that will settle them down. Before you move to any country, it's very important for you to establish strong networks there that will receive you and settle you in, because you need to settle down. It doesn't matter how well traveled you are. If you go to a new country, you are a stranger there, and you need people to teach you the rope. Another mistake, now listen to this. Another major mistake is spending too much to move. Make sure you spend a reasonable amount of money. If you research, there are many pathways through which you can move. If you want to move on visit, well, be careful. If you want to move on study visa, nice, well, but there are many other ways you can travel, you can move abroad. Many. I won't be mentioning them here, but there are so many opportunities, that can allow you to travel. I have networks all over the world, and every time I talk to them, I discover new ways. But if you don't research enough, you simply face one way of migration, and you may waste all your resources. So, and that will give you frustration. People sell houses, sell cars, and sell all they've got to travel, and they are empty. And when they go about, they discover that it's not as rosy as they think, because all countries have their own challenges. So don't spend too much to move. Look for pathways that will allow you spend reasonable amount of money without selling or spending too much, because that can put you under tremendous pressure even after migrating. And then don't go into too much debt. Some people sell all they have and they still borrow too much, that the debt becomes burdensome to them. Another one is to move without having enough money, enough saving. You need to have enough money. You need a lot of money to settle you down there. So If you move without sufficient amount of money, it may be a problem to you. So not moving without enough money is a major problem. Another one is not having exit plan. I have a video on this channel on exit plan. It doesn't matter where you're going. It doesn't matter how sure it may appear. Make sure you have an exit plan. Exit plan that will allow you to be able to move out if that place is not as you think. And this is very important because you may get there and discover that it's not as rosy as you think. You may discover that that place is not good for you eventually. So you may want to move. Instead of being stranded in that country, you must have a way to move. Either move to another country or move to where you're coming from. It depends on how you want to. So exit plan can mean vertical in a way of moving back to where you're coming from. It can be vertical in a way of moving to another place. It can be horizontal in a way of moving across, sit within or without the place. So, and moving without, another mistake, dangerous, is not having a long-term plan. You must have a long-term plan. Some people are abroad, they just stay, they just keep paying bills, they keep working, they keep moving around. Suddenly they discover they spent 10 years, 20 years in the place, nothing to show for it. That's because they don't have a long-term plan. So it's good for you if you want to move, have a medium-term, immediate plan, mid-term, and long-term. That's what we call strategic planning. Strategic planning is very important. So you are able to establish your milestones, your benchmarks to measure your progress. Because migration, somebody can get lost in migration space. You're just in the country, you're just running around the race. After 10 years, you discover you've not really achieved much. 20 years, you say, wow, I've spent this much time in this country. What have I got to show for it? And people you left behind in your country, even when they have not moved, we call them the left behind people in your country. They have made substantial progress when you look at it. So long-term plan is very important, and you have to look at this. And some people, they don't prepare for this. They just want to move, no sufficient planning. And another one, the last point I want to mention, is not preparing for change. Some people don't prepare for change, and this is very dangerous. You must plan for change, because change is the only constant thing in life. You just can't think, even if you're coming from the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, Germany, EU, to other places, just that place you are going will be different from where you are coming from. So be ready to change in terms of culture, change in terms of lifestyle, change in terms of so many things. You must prepare to change. You can't hold on to your previous values or lifestyle and your mentality where you're coming from. Prepare for change. So if you don't prepare for change, there might be a problem waiting somewhere to happen. So these are common dangerous mistakes people make, when they want to move abroad. And I don't think you should not make the mistake. Prepare very well and avoid these common dangerous mistakes. Even as it can be people try to advise them. Till I see you in my next video, kindly give a thumb raise, share as widely as possible, and subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.